Another day, another story. Through contrasts, new desires are born in you. You radiate these new desires, and every time the vibration of your desire begins to emanate from you, you get an answer to it. You ask, and it is given to you. Think about the perfection of this process. Endless new ideas about how to improve your life are constantly pouring out of you and constantly finding a response. Feel the perfection and balance of the world around you. Every point of consciousness, even if it is the consciousness of a cell in your body, can ask for improvement, and get it. Every point of view matters. Every request is fulfilled. This universe is continuously expanding, and there is no end to its resources that allow it to fulfill all these requests. And there is no end to the answers to the endless stream of questions, so there is no competition. All wishes are granted. All requests are met. No one leaves without receiving an answer, love or satisfaction. When you stay in harmony with your energy flow, you always win, and there is no need for anyone else to lose. There are enough resources for everyone. If someone doesn't get what they ask for, it's not a lack of resources. It's just that that person's desire is in disharmony with their request. There is no scarcity. There is no scarcity. There is no competition for resources. There is only the resolution or non-resolution of what you are asking for. It is very important for you to know where you are in relation to where you want to go in order to successfully approach that place. Understanding where you are and where you are going is fundamentally important if you want to make any conscious decisions about your journey. Very often you find that so-and-so is trying to bring pleasure to another, but no matter how hard you try, you can't do it all the time, and it turns out that way. That not only are you not pleasing others, but you are not pleasing yourself either. You are being pulled in all sorts of directions, and in between you are losing your way to what you yourself want. The best gift you can give to another is your own happiness, because when you experience joy, happiness or gratitude, you are in full contact with the flow of pure, positive source energy, your true self. And when you are in that state of contact, everyone who is in your focus benefits from that attention. Your happiness does not depend on what others do, it depends only on your own vibrational balance. And the happiness of others does not depend on you, it depends only on their own vibrational equilibrium, because what any person experiences at any given moment speaks volumes about the blend of their energies. Your feelings are a simple, clear and unchanging pointer to the vibrational balance between your desires and the outgoing vibration running from your position. Once you understand your emotional guidance system, you will never again be confused about where you are in relation to where you want to go. In addition, with each thought you have, you will feel whether you are approaching the object of your desire or moving away from it. If you use something else as your compass, you will get lost and lose your way, because no one else understands as you do the distance between where you are and where you want to go. When you focus on what you want and say yes to it, you include it in your vibration. But when you look at what you don't want and say no to it, you also include it in your vibration. When you're not paying attention to it, you're not pulling it into your vibration, but you can't exclude what you're paying attention to, because paying attention to something pulls it into your vibration always, without exception. There is no thought that you cannot sooner or later think, just as there is no place that you cannot sooner or later get to, no matter where you are now. But you cannot jump immediately to a thought whose vibrational frequency is very different from the vibrational frequency of the thoughts you are thinking now. Make the decision that you will reach for the most pleasant thought available to you at the moment. The best way to find your way up this vibrational emotional scale is to always reach for the feeling of relief that comes whenever you get rid of another thought full of resistance and replace it with another resolving thought. The flow of goodness is always pouring through you, and the fuller you allow it, the better you feel. The more you resist it, the worse you feel. There are no harsh circumstances that cannot be changed by choosing other thoughts. But choosing other thoughts requires focus and practice. If you continue to focus on the same things you did before, think the same thoughts and hold the same beliefs, nothing will change in your life. You can't get stuck or stop because energy, and therefore life, is in constant flux. Everything is changing. But you may think you're stuck, because as long as you keep thinking old thoughts, things change, but by changing, they come to the same thing, over and over again. If you want change to bring something new, you have to think different thoughts. And that simply requires an unconventional approach to familiar things. Others can't understand the vibrational content of your desire and the vibrational content of where you are now, which means they can't guide you in any way. Even if they have the best of intentions and wish you absolute good, they simply don't know how to help you. And although many of them try to be altruistic, they cannot separate what they wish for themselves from what they wish for you. You remember that everyone who asks gets what they ask for. So how wonderful and fortunate for you that you can make choices for yourself. Because the universe works better when there are no intermediaries acting on your behalf between you and it. No one else knows what you need, but you do. You always, at every moment, know what is best for you. When you know you want something and you notice that you don't have it, you think there is something outside of you that is keeping you away from what you want, but that is always untrue. The only thing keeping you from getting the object of your desire is your habitual thoughts, which are different from your desire. You were taught to face reality before you knew that you were creating reality. Don't look reality in the eye unless it's the reality you want to create, because any reality only exists because someone has focused on it and caused it to come to life. All the statistics you gather about your experience and about others speak only of how someone has already channeled the energy, not of the immutable reality of the present. Even the smallest of you, your babies, emit vibrations to which the universe responds. And your babies, like you, are influenced by the vibrations of those around them, but they are nonetheless creating their own reality. Like you, they did not begin their creation by coming into this world and finding themselves in this physical body. The life they live now, they began creating long before they were born physically. If you're driving your car at 100 miles an hour and you hit a tree, you're going to have a big accident. However, if you hit the same tree going 5 miles an hour, the outcome will be fundamentally different. Look at the strength of your desire as the speed of your car. In other words, the harder you want something, or the longer you concentrate on your desire, the faster the energy rushes. The tree in our analogy symbolizes resistance or conflicting thoughts you may have. Your desire is the natural result of the contrast you are focusing on. The whole universe exists to awaken new desires in you. And so, if you are trying to avoid your own desires, you are trying to go against the powers of the universe. There is nothing more natural to the universe than your infinite desires. All the wishes people have, they have because they believe that fulfilling that wish will make them feel better. Whatever they wish for, material things, health, relationships, conditions, or circumstances. At the heart of every desire is a desire to feel good. And so the criterion for success in life is not things or money. The criterion of your success is the amount of joy you feel. The most important qualities you can cultivate in yourself are self-love and self-esteem. Appreciating others and yourself is the closest thing to the vibration of flood energy that we have ever seen in the universe. If you criticize someone or berate yourself, your feelings will be far from pleasant as a result, because the critical mood is very far from the mood of your source. In other words, because the thought you've chosen doesn't match your true self, you can right now, through your emotions, feel the disharmony of your choices. We are not teaching you selfishness, because if you are not selfish enough to consciously seek harmony with your source energy, you can still give nothing to anyone. Some people worry, if I selfishly get what I want, won't I take it away from others? But this notion is based on the mistaken belief that the abundance available to you has limits. These people are afraid that if they cut off too big a piece of the pie, there won't be anything left for others, when in reality the pie grows in proportion to the vibrational demands of each of you. Thanks for watching.